Hi, and welcome back to the Save It for Parts channel. Like many Minnesotans, I enjoy going to the cabin on summer weekends. Traditionally, this would be a remote property on a lake somewhere, but for me, it's a second-hand zoo monorail parked in the woods. And instead of a lake to keep cool, we have underground tunnels that stay a nice constant 50 degrees year-round. I'm talking, of course, about Sandland, my friend's property that is featured many times on this channel. It's sort of a crazy playground for adults with all kinds of DIY fun like caves and tree houses and zip lines. However, it does share some of the typical remote cabin challenges, including cell phone service. Now, Sandland is built on a hill and in a valley. The monorail is near the top of the hill, and we can get a few bars of Verizon service if we walk up to the very top. The tunnels are down in the valley, which blocks everything except AT&T service. And then, of course, nothing makes it into the tunnels because the ground blocks most radio signals. We'd like to have a way to make calls or browse the web even while 100 feet underground, hanging out in our underground speakeasy known as the Sandbar. To solve this problem, the folks at Hiboost have sent us a signal booster to try out. Now, this is a sponsored video since they provided this for free in return for testing and reviewing it. However, I'm going to try to give it a fair review, and I'm going to put it through some tests that you might not see elsewhere, like trying it out underground. You can find all their products online at hiboost.com, including signal boosters for the home, for cars, or for large commercial office buildings. These boosters work like a radio repeater. The outdoor antenna communicates with the cell phone tower. The booster or brain unit receives the signal, amplifies it, and sends it to the other antenna. And then the indoor antenna broadcasts the signal out to your phone or other devices in the house. As I mentioned, they also have some units designed for vehicles. This could be a good option for somebody who's driving a lot, or who's in an RV, or a truck, or possibly even a boat. Let's see what we get in the box. It looks like they've sent me the 4K Plus Pro, which is one of their mid-range models, and should be able to cover an area up to 6,000 square feet. Got some manuals. Got our brain unit here. This is a very nice looking unit. It seems very substantial. Compared to a lot of other consumer electronics these days, this actually looks pretty well designed. We've got our antenna jacks for outdoor and indoor. Looks like we've also got an auxiliary jack so you could run 2 indoor antennas. And then our front panel. We've got quite a bit of antenna cable here, which is good because that gives us flexibility in where we can mount this thing. Some sticky stuff for antenna mounting. Some little adapters and mounting hardware. More mounting hardware. I believe this is the external or Yagi antenna. So this is a directional antenna that you aim at the nearest cell phone tower, and it concentrates the signals going in one direction. So that can work a little farther away than your typical omnidirectional antenna built into your cell phone. We have our power cables. Now, importantly for me, this system actually just runs on 12 volt DC, 3 amp, and the power brick here converts down to that from regular wall current. So we don't necessarily need to plug this into the wall if we have a battery system. And we can just run this off of 12 volt, again in a vehicle or in our caves. Even more mounting hardware. This thing seems to come with all kinds of extra goodies. And going down another layer in the box, we have more antenna cable and our indoor panel antenna. This is more of an omnidirectional antenna to provide signal to a whole room. While this isn't my cat toy review channel, it seems that Donnie has given the box itself 5 stars. I have a few other little bits and pieces that seem to have come loose in shipping and were rattling around in the bottom of the box. I'm not sure what this little antenna pigtail is for, but I'm sure we'll find out something about it in the manual. Here we go. That little jumper cable is intended to go underneath a window if you don't want to drill a hole in your wall while installing this in your house. As I mentioned, this booster has 2 antenna jacks, and the manual says it can split the indoor signal at least twice. It actually has a built-in antenna inside the unit in addition to this panel antenna. So if you have 2 floors of a building that have flaky cell phone service, you could put these on different floors and potentially increase the signal in both places. So we've got one more step before we can take this out to Sandland and start installing it. We need to register it with the cell phone company. If we don't register the booster, the cell phone company might notice some weird signals on their tower, and they could send somebody around to investigate. We don't really want any hassles, so I'm going to go online and make sure this is legit with the companies I intend to use it for. Alright, so here we are out at the entrance to our underground sand mine at Sandland, and we're going to go ahead and install the signal booster. We're probably going to put the antenna up here on the top of the adit structure, and then we're going to put the brain box inside the tunnel. It's got to be at least 20 feet vertically below that external antenna, and then from there we'll run the internal antenna farther down the tunnel. Now that Hiboost unit won't create a cell phone signal out of thin air. As with any cell phone booster, there has to be at least one bar somewhere that the external antenna can access, and then the unit will enhance that, amplify that, and give you more bars down in your internal antenna. Right here where I'm standing, we do get a pretty strong AT&T signal, and sometimes we get a bar of Verizon, sometimes we get a bar of T-Mobile. It kind of depends on how much overgrowth there is, what the weather's like, etc. I'm planning on mounting the external antenna up on the roof here and pointing it towards the Verizon tower. My main phone is Verizon. That should give me the most all-around testing ability. Now, I shouldn't need all of the mounting hardware that this kit came with, but it's nice to have options. This is a pretty good mounting kit that it comes with. You can directly attach it to something, or you could attach it to a pole with these U-bolts. So on our adit structure going into the tunnels, we have mounted the external antenna right up at the peak of the roof, and that is aimed currently at the Verizon tower. We have our cable running here through the adit structure. This is all very temporary. We haven't quite decided if the antenna is in the right location yet, so I have not zip tied any of these antenna wires down yet. We're joining the two pieces of external antenna cable together. Normally this would go through the wall of your house, but since we don't have any walls in the tunnel, we're just using it as an extension to go deeper in. So we're currently about 50 feet underground, and we're going to go ahead and put the mounting bracket here so we can hang our main unit. Fortunately, our electrician friend thought ahead and left outlets conveniently spaced down the tunnel, so I've got some outlets nice and close to my mounting point. So with all that antenna cable they sent, we were able to put the indoor antenna all the way down here in our tunnel loading room where our little sand train comes out. This is nearly 100 feet underground, so if it works here, it should work just about anywhere. Okay, now that our booster is all installed, it's time to fire it up and see how it works. So we're going to fire up the Signal Supervisor app, and we can go ahead and set up our device. So even before we have Signal Supervisor set up, we are actually getting a couple bars of Verizon LTE, and I've started to get some YouTube notifications popping up here. So even 100 feet underground, this thing is definitely starting to work with Verizon. So now we can get the details on our device and continue fine-tuning that antenna. All right, here we go. We're 100 feet underground, and I can actually watch some of my own YouTube shorts. I'm going to see if I can make a phone call while I'm down here.
What's happening?
I'm currently standing in the loading room at Sandland.
Oh, you got your thing working. Sweet.
Yeah, the cell phone booster's working.
Nice. Congratulations.
Well, so far, I have to say I am pretty happy with the Hiboost 4K Plus Pro. This thing actually works underground in a sand mine and gives you cell phone service 100 feet below ground. Now, I probably won't actually leave it mounted to the wall here long term. You might have noticed we do have some high humidity down in these tunnels. So for permanent mounting, I'm actually going to put this in an enclosed, waterproof container, probably made out of plastic so the cell phone signal can still get through from the built-in antenna on this unit. And then we can have a more permanent underground cell and data network here in our tunnels. So in addition to testing the Hiboost 4K Plus Pro down in the tunnels, I also temporarily installed it up here in our monorail cabin just to see how it would work here. So here at the monorail without the booster hooked up, we currently have no service. I'm mounting the external antenna on a pole so I can put it up at least 20 feet above the main booster unit. Here at the monorail we don't have regular 120 house current, but we do have some solar panels on the roof. Since that cell phone booster can run on 12 volt, we can operate it directly off the battery and not have to have a noisy generator up here. So here we go. We've got our booster hooked up, we've got our external antenna out on the pole, we've got our internal antenna in one of the monorail cars, and we now have solid cell phone coverage at our monorail cabin. And we can reliably watch YouTube, even in a monorail in the middle of the woods, far from civilization. Well, the Hiboost 4K Plus Pro is working so well, I think it's time to give it a permanent home here in our Sandland tunnels. I'm going to carve out a niche in the wall, I'm going to put in a waterproof box, and we're going to permanently mount it here in the hull tunnel. So we've done a little more permanent and a little nicer installation. We've put the outdoor antenna on the rear of the adit structure on a little tower or pole so we can spin it around, get a little bit higher, aim it in different directions. And oddly enough, the best Verizon signal comes with the antenna aimed kind of into the trees in the hillside. Don't ask me why it works aimed at the hillside like that, but it does work. Radio signals are weird, man. So we've got the main unit here in this waterproof enclosure. We've sealed up the antenna connections, and we've sealed up where the power cable comes in. And we can still read the little display here through our clear cover, and then we can open this up and mess with it if we need to. I've done a little bit better job of securing our antenna cable down the air pipe that goes down the hull tunnel. And we've got our indoor antenna up here at the ceiling of the loading platform. Once again, I would like to thank Hiboost for sponsoring this video and providing some really cool cell phone booster equipment that has helped us get cell phone and data service down in a tunnel. That's the first time we've been able to make calls or get internet service 100 feet underground. I think that's pretty cool. Even though this is a sponsored video with free equipment, I said I'd try to give it a fair review, and my review is this is a pretty good unit. It works at our monorail, it works off-grid in the middle of the woods, and it works underground. So I think it would work just fine in your home, your business, your RV, your truck, wherever you need cell phone coverage increased. If you'd like to buy your own Hiboost unit, you can use the code SAVEITFORPARTS on their website for a 15% discount. I'll make sure to put the link and the coupon code down below if you want to check those out. And again, I highly recommend the 4K Plus Pro. We've put it through some tests that it was probably never designed for, and it comes through with flying colors. Make sure to check out my other videos if you want to see more of our tunnel digging projects, the monorail, more Sandland stuff, and whatever else we get up to lately. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.